Hello again, everybody, and welcome. Today is the 10th day of March 2026, and here I go again. I'm gonna do another one of these today, and I'm gonna go on a little bit longer ride. I'm gonna go down another street because there's a guy running a leaf blower up here, and it's not gonna do too good for my audio. I don't know if it's a leaf blower or a weed whacker yet, but you'll hear it as we get closer. So I want to start off today with one thing right away. So you probably know, if you've been watching these, I've been kind of going, I don't know, a little back and forth on the drinking, mostly not, and certainly mostly not at home. And I've kind of run some, let's call them experiments. I've kind of run some experiments on the drinking at home thing over two days. I think it was 2 consecutive days. And I think that I probably shouldn't keep anything at home. Not because I'm terrible when I drink or I'm angry or I don't know, anything like that. It's just that I'm not productive. I don't feel good in the morning. And I kind of drink until I go to sleep. So it's total waste. Waste of my time, a waste of my morning, the next day, a waste of my productivity, a waste of my productivity when I should be editing and shooting videos. Here's the weed whacker. I'm going to cut this off for a few seconds. Okay, I think I'm clear of the weed whacker sound. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. I tried it with both wine and rum, and I intentionally bought a small bottle of rum just to limit myself and so that I wouldn't feel bad about pouring out what was left the next day when I figured that I would feel about how I did after I had the wine. And the wine, I got 2 bottles of that. You know, it's a lower alcohol content, so I figured what the hell, and yeah. I think I'm just gonna leave drinking to maybe doing it out. That way there's kind of a limit, there's kind of a cap on it. So here we go. I'm gonna roll down a little bit longer trail this time, just like I said, because of the fact of the guy doing the weed whacking. And this will be fun. I haven't gone this way before. I have this shirt on today because I had to film some pickup shots for my latest YouTube video for my garden channel. I'm doing a hummingbird feeder review, like unboxing. Am I actually gonna have to push? I thought it would be downhill enough I wouldn't have to do that. And I wore this shirt when I first filmed it, and I had to do, like I said, a couple of pickup shots, and I wanted the continuity to be there. Let's see here. I'll just go, I think I'll go all the way down, give it a shot. And so I woke up to a couple of interesting things, YouTube related today. One was analytics, and all of that was completely out. Oh, I'm gonna should I take a stop here? Let's see. I'm gonna loop around here. I want to show you this. Check this out. One of my neighbors is carving a tiki out of this palm tree right here. That's pretty cool. They got to go a little deeper. That's a good sign of a new tiki carver. They don't go deep enough into the wood. They don't remove enough of what Leroy used to call what wasn't the tiki. So when you do tiki carving, you carve away everything that isn't tiki, right? That's how you get the tiki to come out. All right, so let's get back on this. Here, where was I? Oh yeah, so YouTube Analytics was offline today. So I went to, you know, those reporting sites that you can go to for, it's like a crash reporting site or whatever. I went and checked that out, and sure enough, a lot of people were talking about YouTube analytics, YouTube Studio being down. So that was one thing I woke up to today. The other thing was, I'm gonna have to push here again too. The other thing was, I am now, I told you I was fully verified and I'm monetized, and my AdSense thing is all connected. And I found out this morning that I now have met the threshold for payout on the AdSense. So YouTube really is a long game. If you think about it, I started this August 12th, and it's March 10th? So like 2 days short of 7 months, is that? And I'm just now to the point where I can get paid out. I haven't been paid out yet, but I'm almost there. So whenever they do the payout, my bank account, like I said, is verified and all that. So when that goes, that will be the first actual funds that I have gotten. Look at this. Ooh, let's carve it. So YouTube definitely is a long game. But so that was the other thing I woke up to, was the fact that they had made the transfer into my AdSense account and it had met the threshold. So that's cool. I like that. The other thing I woke up to this morning was, and you never see this, you don't see this from mammals, let's just say, from mammals that are typically nocturnal or they live underground. I saw a mole crawling around my yard the other day. It was crawling kind of down the side of the house, like behind my trash cans. So it's in an area where I can't really get the blower and all that back there to clean. So with all the winds and stuff, I get a lot of leaf litter buildup and stuff. But this thing came crawling down the walkway from the backyard, and I wasn't gonna kill it. I don't have the heart to do that. I know I don't want them in my yard, but this one was going away from my grass, so I figured, okay, what the hell, just let it go. Well, that thing found its way to my backyard again, and my backyard that I've been trying to recover back there since I got rid of the trampoline, there was all these trails going around the backyard that the thing had. They don't eat the grass. They kind of go looking for worms and stuff underneath, just underneath the soil, just enough to raise it up by about 2 inches in a little tunnel. And they make little piles of dirt here and there. So when I mowed my grass today, I mowed it without the grass catcher on there because I knew it was going to be picking up a lot of dirt, because the dirt was lifted about this much in some places. So instead of, having the grass and the dirt get thrown into the bag, I just left the catcher off so that it kind of mulched. Basically, that's what it's, a mulching mower, and that's fescue, so it doesn't build up thatch like St. Augustine or Bermuda does. So it's okay to do that from time to time. I've just been using the catcher because I don't know, there's still some remnants of what was left over after the guinea pigs lived back there in this giant pen that I made out of the bottom of the trampoline. But today I just mowed it and mulched everything in so I didn't remove any soil. Probably should have mowed the front grass today too. I don't know, I didn't do that, not yet. But since the time changed, we have more daylight, so still may be on the menu. But I'm really stoked about getting this video made for my garden channel about the hummingbird feeder, and I'm connecting it to the what do you call that? The Amazon affiliate program. So I hear they pay you in gift cards I don't know, I've never done it before. And it's not that much, it's like 3%. So it's not gonna be like a, you know, I'm not gonna make millions of dollars off of this. Another thing that happened to me today was I didn't know that if I went onto my OneDrive and deleted stuff, that it would also delete it from my computer. So not only did I do that, I emptied my recycle bin. So I started to edit my video this morning and all I had was like red bars. It said like missing media. So luckily, and I had deleted it from my phone too, which is what I recorded it on. So I was able to go back to OneDrive and restore those, re-download them to my computer, and it just dropped right into the timeline again. So thank God. Oh my God, I had no idea that was going to happen. Sun's finally starting to come out. It was overcast and 60 degrees most of the day. It's like one of the coldest days we've had all year. Not going to make another run on the skateboard, but yeah, I'll let you know how that affiliate program goes on Amazon. These feeders are amazing, so I was gonna start sharing it with people anyway, and then I go, well, I wonder if I could get a kickback from Amazon if I send people over there. So I'm gonna try that. And the analytics and the YouTube stuff did come back, so that was good. So yeah, I've been, you know, working on my video today, doing pickup shots, watching the hummingbirds out here. So now I got 4 of those feeders. So they're just gonna go crazy tonight when they start to go to bed. That's when they eat the most, because they know they got to go roost, and they go into like a hibernative state to kind of survive, you know, because their metabolism's just crazy during the day. Speaking of metabolism, one of the other things, so like I said, I'm not like terrible when I drink. I'm not angry. I'm very mellow. I get very sleepy and unproductive. But I also notice, like at night, like I would wake up and my heart would be beating a little bit faster than I think it should when I'm sleeping. So probably just over 60 beats a minute. I think when I'm sleeping, it's right at about 60 beats a minute, somewhere around there. I don't know. I don't wear one of those like digital watches or whatever they call them, like an iWatch or a Fitbit or something. My wife has one of those. So I don't know, but I know it's typically, it's just pretty very mellow. But when I guess you could call it overdosing, right? Over administering, over self-medicating with rum or wine, that I wake up, I think my heart's beating a little faster than it should be, and also I get sweaty. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna use it when I'm out. That way there's a definite limit, because if you've probably noticed, I've had some pretty short vlogs. In the last week, I think I've had 2 really short vlogs, and that may or may not be related to the fact that I just didn't feel good. I didn't feel like doing it, or I cut it too close in the evening. I don't know, but I think it was alcohol related. A hummingbird just discovered the new feeder over here. So I have a feeder on this corner and that corner, like, you know, just diagonal of each other. And now I have one on this corner, which used to be one of the old feeders, which sucked because all the bees would go around it, the ants would get on it. It had supposed protections for ants and bees, but they didn't work. And then I got one on that side. So it's on each corner of my pergola. They call it a pergola, my arbor. There's nothing growing on it. Does something have to be growing on it for it to be called an arbor? I don't know. I'm gonna call it a pergola, but I think the company I bought it from, it's called something arbor, or was it pergolas? I don't know. Some Canadian company, they sell them. We used to have a big thing that came off the back of the house. It was kind of built in, but the roof was like so old. Actually, the whole thing was just eaten with termites. The roofing material was like that corrugated plastic stuff. It had lichen growing all on the top of it. I think it started cracking, got holes in it, and I just took it down. And it would come down very low to where it was I could barely walk out the end of it without hitting my head. And I used to have the hummingbird feeders hanging on the back of that, but now this is up. It's all flat now, and it's not attached to the house. If you have something that's connected to your house, you'd have to have somebody come out for a permit. Actually, I wouldn't really care about that because I'm not selling the house. So, but if you do that and you go forward and you go to sell the house, if they come out and they see there wasn't a permit pulled for that, that was built, after you bought the house, and it's attached to the house, they're going to get you for it. So, I just went the clean route and didn't attach it to the house. So yeah, now that we got more daylight after, quitting time, let's put it, my wife and I are going to go on a walk tonight. My youngest daughter, she has to go to her Police Explorers meeting, and then I'm going to barbecue. So that's what's going on tonight. I'm going to finish up the edit, get that uploaded. Did some investing this morning. Saw that the stock market has just been doing one of these recently. So moved a good chunk of money into the market, and I felt productive today. Because I didn't drink last night. How's that? And oh my God. So because of not last night, but the night before and the night before that, I did the wine and then I did the rum. I was testing it out. I was experimenting. Didn't work. Well, it worked. It showed me that I just need to not do it at home. I went to bed early last night because I was like, oh man, I need to shake this off. I wasn't feeling good. And so I went to bed at like not before 9 p.m. last night. And I go to sleep super quick. I don't know how you guys are, but I'm out, and you could probably set an egg timer for 2 minutes and I'd be out before that 2 minutes was up. And since I went to bed so early, I woke up and I'm like, man, I feel great. I was like, now that's what a good night's sleep feels like. And I had to pee or whatever. So I got up and I looked at the clock. It was like 11:23 p.m. I thought I had slept a whole night's sleep, and it was only 11:23. So I went back to sleep quickly. The next thing I knew, it was 7:22 or something. I think it was 7:22 in the morning. And that was it. I crashed out went back to bed at 11:24, 25, something like that. I was probably asleep by 11:27 and didn't wake up until 7:22 the next morning. That was this morning. And I felt good. Like I said, I got up, made my coffee, did some trading online. I'm not a day trader, don't get me wrong. It's just when I see opportunities, I strike at them. Last time was almost a year ago that I moved that much money in the market, and it worked out pretty good for us. So, but I got that done, and then I just dove right into the video thing. I got a little bit hung up on the YouTube being down, the analytics being down. I was hoping I was going to go mail off another plant today for the giveaway, and someone actually liked the comment where I put on there, hey, email me your address so I can get the plant out. And I thought, okay, I'll be going down to the post office today, walking down there. But no, they didn't email me yet, so that's gonna take maybe another day. I don't know. Tomorrow starts my work week, right? Wednesday. So I got to work the next 3 days, maybe 4 if it gets busy, whatever. I haven't had to go into work. Cheers to that. I haven't had to go into work since I left on Friday. Was it Friday afternoon? Normal time, I think, 5 o'clock. Got off, came home, and I haven't had to be back to work since. So this weekend worked out for me. That's going to do it for today. I am going to go for a walk with my wife. I'm gonna do a little barbecuing. I'm gonna wrap up this video. Got all my pickup shots done, and I'm just waiting for one of them to kind of render, you know, because it's a cinematic shot on my phone, so that takes a little while to process before you can transfer it to the computer. And then I'll get that up and get this one edited and up, and I will see you tomorrow. And until then, take care.